Okay, we're live. Hello everyone, this is Johnny from BallBreakers Clan bringing you today's VIP Royale pregame show. I have a special guest joining me in a little bit, Jordan Rumfelt. I have met him through the Facebook groups, and he's going to share his screen and play the Royale, and as well as talk about the game with us. As always, this game is sponsored by MiniClip and Ultimate Golf, and if you look in the description below, you'll find a link to download and play along with us if you'd like to.
70.
So as of right now, I'm having a little bit of audio difficulty, so if you're having trouble hearing us, let me know, because I'm not hearing anything right now, and I've got to fix that before we get started.
Well,
So hopefully resetting my headphones will fix the problem.
green is probably better anyway. Yeah.
There we go. I have audio now. So how is everyone doing today? It's funny how sometimes you have everything set up and then you have to restart your headphones for it to finally start working. So we are going to do some giveaways today, and I'm going to go ahead and make a message and pin it. So you're going to enter in keyword BB VIP, all caps, and that'll get you entered for the giveaway. They haven't gotten me the codes yet, and if they don't, that's fine. I'll just pay for it out of my pocket. So I haven't logged in yet today. Let's look at what we have tournament-wise while we wait for everything to start. Looks like we have a single round Ultimate Golf and the Pot of Gold semifinals. I'll have to make sure I get those played tonight. So our VIP Royale is a top 6. I do not know which one it is.
All right, sorry about that, Johnny. I'm back.
It's no problem. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Appreciate you hosting. Oh, pretty good. We got out of class a little early today. Probably won't tomorrow, but I guess people know it's St. Patty's. Instructors
Well,
wanted to be off a little early as well.
yeah, usually, want to go out, party, drink.
Sure.
Usually,
So I do.
usually we were on spring break during St. Patty's.
So yeah, so I'm in a military school right now, and they don't really do a spring break per se.
Ah,
So
all right.
I play disc golf too, and I'm getting a little bit more competitive. I finally did my first PGA sanctioned tournament 2 weekends ago,
Yeah.
and there's a new disc type disc that people have been waiting on a while, including myself. So I just got in as this guy that was opening a shop to try to minimize the time I would miss on here. But he just opened. If I were to come in later when he's closing, those discs would probably be all gone. He'll definitely sell out tonight.
So, since I haven't really talked to you very much, and I don't know about the people in the stream, if anyone has any questions, post them in the chat and we'll answer them. And why don't you tell us a little bit about where you're from and everything?
So originally I am from Opelika, Alabama, which is close to Auburn University. I lived there about 15, almost 16 years of my life. My dad was a Navy brat, and I was the smart one that did not go Navy but went Air Force instead, which that's his words more than mine. But I've been in about getting close to 6 years. It'll be this May. And I now live in City, Florida. My wife is back there, so I'm here in Texas by myself for training for about another 2 months or so.
Cool.
That's most of it. Come from a big family, and don't have any kids of my own yet, but we plan on starting our own. Maybe the next year or so, we might try to get started. We do have a dog, but that's not where our family so far.
All right, so apparently I have everything set on sub mode, so I have to change our chat for those that aren't subbed. Although subbing is free, doesn't cost anybody anything. Let me find it in my settings here. All right, I'm going to change it to anyone. That should fix that. So, Boris, could you try sending a message?
Oh, I didn't know Boris was on.
Yeah, he sent a message saying it was on sub mode. Now, you hear a lot of us always mentioning subs, and Duff and some of the others trying to get to 1,000 subs. Jordan's still short of 1,000 subs also. The reason 1,000 subs... just a little. The reason 1,000 subs is important is that YouTube will put ads on your videos no matter what. But if you have 1,000 subs, you'll get a percentage of that advertising. You know, it's half a penny per view on average, but it's something. So, any of you that aren't subbed to anybody, please sub and get those in there. So that way they can collect some of that money for their work. And we'll have to get Jordan's link in there as well. There's Boris. Thanks for the good luck. Getting a little late for Boris. He's almost 11 o'clock there, right? Hey, Derek. Thanks for joining us. So you've got a lot going on with your grids, Jordan, compared to my
Yeah,
little simple one.
everything's got a purpose.
Oh, yeah, I know they all
And
got points. I'm just slowly designing mine.
I do make occasional tweaks to it. It's mostly where I want, but there's if you're not nice shot, Steve. If you're not consistently learning, as every day, no matter what you have, you are doing yourself a disservice, in my opinion. So as I learn more and more about the game and different elements of the game physics, I'll make tweaks to the grid, just to try to better address things, I guess, that I've noticed or been shared with me by someone else.
Oh, okay. I understand that, Boris. I've only got through hole 9 done. I've still got another 9 to go.
I don't know if this is by design or something that
Ooh. Short and left. So with what was by design? I didn't hear that last part. You kind of cut out.
Sorry, yeah, I was saying I didn't know if it's by design or something that just can't be helped, but I can't really hear Boris at all. I didn't know if he had audio or not.
No, he's not talking. He's typing into the chat. So if
Okay.
anyone else joins the Discord, you'll be able to hear them. But he's just typing into the chat on YouTube. So do we know yet which Royale this will be?
Some of the actual participants may have. Yeah, they will. I'm gonna necessarily. I have a suspicion it'll be a top 6.
It is a top 6. I saw that, but it doesn't say which course, which holes.
Did it actually show like in game that it's a top 6?
Yes. In game, it shows top 6 scores. To enter the drawing, Derek, just type in BB VIP, all caps. Welcome to the stream, Brandon.
Interesting fairways here. So this is my first look at this course, and I like to scope out a lot of the breaks, different bounces in the fairway. I don't know how clear the definition is on the video, but I'm going to try to find a hot spot here and get this where I can land Hellfire relatively close.
Yeah, I always try to look for those downslopes to land on that send the ball rolling a little more on those long par 5s.
Yes, sir. I don't know if you had any specific topic you kind of wanted to discuss or share. There's a couple things I had in mind, which were Pro D1s in general and how to play the smaller ring, and then also just a few little tips for drives to get more distance.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about it. So D-Shep on the left is Jordan, and on the right is my screen. All right, so what was the first topic you suggested? So we can get some opinions.
I started Pro D1s. Actually, I'll wait until I. This is a nice win for me.
So you said birdie ones?
Pro D1s.
Pro D1s. Yes. So generally, with the Pro D1s, you have to adjust a little extra.
Correct. It
I've
should
been
be,
using. Go ahead. It should be what?
it should be a consistent amount extra as well. It doesn't change in clubs. It's a flat ratio that's slightly different for the Purdy one.
Yes, I've been using times 1.125 myself. It's a little bit more than 10%.
Exactly. It's 11.5 or 12.5%. So 11.5 was the old number, but I have done a few dunks with that number to test it. That's most accurate way to test numbers is to dunk test with them. Which it can be a challenge if you have a lot of terrain change, because then you run into of having to jerry or account for the change in elevation of your aiming point between your starting aim point and the adjusted aim point.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as at least horizontal checking, you can pretty accurately confirm numbers by doing dunk tests.
Right, I agree with that. Although I've tried dunking so many times, I've even swear that I've seen it land in the cup and come out.
Yeah, this Boris is sure very familiar with Golf Clash as well. Dunking's a lot more of a thing in Golf Clash. It's not nearly as advisable in general, in my opinion, on Ultimate Golf. And two reasons for that, I would say. I think the physics of UG are a lot more realistic. So the pin is a lot more of a factor. I hate the pin enough on shots where I'm just trying to bounce it in with big foot of root, and because I'm good at pissing the pin 6 inches to a foot up. Second, third bounce, skip just out for like the 895 pattern. The other factor that I've noticed is the hole in golf play in this place of the is bug. Little hot.
Hate when you spin around the cup like that.
First look at this course, though. I learned something. But the hole in golf play is the equivalent.
So Boris agrees, and I agree too. Dunking in this game can be done, but it just doesn't work the same way it did in Golf Clash. I've dunked off of the tee in Golf Clash pretty consistently, but in here, it's pretty hard. Thanks for the good luck, Gerardo.
What's up, Pico? Good to see you. All right. So back to Purdy. So with that ratio, which is correct that Johnny said earlier, it's a 1.125 multiplier. If you
Correct.
wanted to put it in a fraction, it would be an extra 1/8. So the adjustment required to be accurate. I can I don't remember what the ball was. I think it was the ultimate ball. If I can find any of the, so you can kind of see where I can put this target where the top edge of it is against the rough, and that's to a Purdy one. You'll see how the ring shrink. I'm no longer touching the edge there. It's only up to the edge of the. And then I go back to the ultimate ball, it expanding. So the ratio is 8 to 9 or 9 to 8, depending on whether you're multiplying or dividing. But if you wanted to test this yourself, do that with a ball that is also 50% wind reduction, but has the regular size ring, such as the ultimate ball. Do your normal adjustment and switch to 31.
And then you can see the change.
Yeah, but so I'm saying 7.6 wind right here for at max club. for RB7, I would do about 7.2, 7.3 rings for Pro D1. With a regular ball, it's only going to be about 6.1, 6.2.
Right. So for those of us that use Excel spreadsheets for our calculations, I do a multiply and add it back. And some can do a divide as well. Depends on how you prefer to do your math. But once you have it entered in there, you can account for the Pro D1. So I have a separate column myself that gives me Pro D1 adjustment versus regular adjustment.
I gotcha. So there are a couple things. If does your Excel does it include like the rings from Max to formulate where like the clubs run?
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing you want. Sorry, we're talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I have rings from Max going in there. The total ring range, max and min for calculating on mine.
Gotcha. So that's one thing. If 31s, you also want to make sure, like when you get your ring count here,
Mm-hmm.
you want to convert that unless you have your formula set up. My Excel that I have, which is something that Bandit, Jimmy Banger, kind enough to share with me, that the setting there for the ring max is based on the regular balls. So to put in the number of Pro D1 rings you are from max, you're going to end up under adjusting because you'll get an artificially high number from you are shorter clubs.
Because you're going to have more rings with a Pro D1 versus a standard ball. That makes sense.
Exactly that. So I'm not going to be able to use full backs, but this is roughly an 8, giving me room to do an 8.1-ish ring adjustment, which is about the max number that I would use for Bigfoot for this. Trying to see if we can get relatively close on one.
All right, so we've got about 12 minutes into the Royale. I'm going to go ahead, since it's a top 6, and get my club set.
It's at 10 after?
The what?
The VIP Royale's not starting until 10.
It's starting in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh. I guess they're going to start talking in 2 minutes, and then it's going to start in 10. So I've got my Voodoo and Orca in mine, as well as my back spin clubs.
Yeah, if it's the top 6, I like Voodoo best because you pretty much need to maximize your drops there. It's a little bit less about as compared to a standard Royale. A lot of people don't know about the 7, I don't think, which is a really good balance of backspin, shot view, accuracy. It's not quite as good in the Voodoo shot view and accuracy, but it has a good bit more backspin. So you can get those shots to stop quickly, and a lot of times you'll get that extra shot in just by having it. The Yellow Jacket still has more backspin, but it's a lot less shot view accuracy. But the shot view. So if you want to aim your shots instead of quick, that Phoenix 7 is good, kind of in between the revolver.
Yeah, I've got the Phoenix at a decent, but it's not just quite the same as my Voodoo yet. So it's just starting to get there.
That was a nasty horseshoe, not a very lucky pattern for horseshoe.
Yeah, I get those all the time. The horseshoe where it bounces right over the cup, just barely missing the pin. Some of the most frustrating ones, because you're, maybe a fraction of a decimal off on the adjustment, or the way the green read.
Right.
I'm still
This
trying to
one
figure
might.
out reading the greens myself. Hey Adam,
This
welcome to
might.
the stream. Brandon Tucker, Jeffrey Lord, thanks you guys for joining us and watching along. Make sure you type in BBVIP to get entered into the giveaway. Also make sure to hit sub and the thumbs up. Let Ultimate Golf know that you enjoy us doing these pregame shows and live streams.
As eager as I am to hopefully the addition of Master, the available divisions for tournament, and we'll say the change to let clubs in tournaments without having to exit the main menu was the best thing that's happened in time.
I think the
A
whole
lot more
thing with adding another tier is we're going to end up in pretty much the same spot, just a little bit longer down.
That's true if they were to continue with the model of we have a tier for this in tournaments and royales and weekly league. And my suggestion to Mike was don't make master based on weekly league. Make it based on the merit tournament because that's already the issue. You have people that build up quickly and head to head, maybe royale. They get tons of trophies, get to where they can afford, they get tons of trophies. They can, but their precision is not caught up to the level of to be able to compete. And what I suggest to Mike, make it based the master's eligibility based on merit. Make it optional. Nobody has to play now. The ones that want. You could do it for division if you want, but my suggestion would make it you get top 10 in pro, if you get top 5 pro level or win in veteran, then you become eligible for master for the remainder of like that league. So say you win a veteran, I don't know, through the tournament ending Sunday night, you can play master if you want. And the way you keep your master card is you place top 50% on average of all the events. You have to play at least one master and finish in the top 50% on average in order to keep your card. That way, it's not a matter of running out of space. Kind of a situation that they will constantly be a merit based and you'll constantly potentially people bouncing in and out or being eligible for that. And the other side of that would make the rewards good enough to where people incentivize to play it rather than sandbagging down in the level that really think about it.
I mean, it is really easy to progress well above what you are into the top level. Especially when it's once a week and you're looking at leveling up once a week, and it was in under 3 months that I went from fresh brand new account to Tour Pro 3. And I definitely am nowhere near where the rest of the Tour Pro players are. Maybe if there was 2 to 3 weeks in between each level, you could build up a little better. But it's a little too easy to progress into the higher tiers. You've got 4 minutes, Jordan.
Yep.
So have you ever played a Royale live?
Well, I've never been. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about.
It's a
So
completely different
I've
beast.
never.
I do horrible.
Oh, I've never. Royale. I don't. That's what I can recall. I'm trying to figure out who Ultimate Golf Elite is. If there's
That's
a team I fought with.
Adam Webbo,
Oh, I'm just
and
friends with Zach.
his page is Ultimate Golf Game Elite on YouTube. Um, Adam, if you want to go ahead and post your link for your channel, we need to go ahead and try to get you up to 1,000 subs also. So everyone, please, when he posts that, go sub on his as well.
So this is bad, but I'll be honest. I don't remember who Travis Miller.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know who he is either. I looked at the PGA Memes Facebook page, though. There was a lot of funny stuff. So I'm thinking he's just the person who runs the PGA Memes. Thanks for joining us, Jamie. But yeah, I usually, when I play Royales live, I do horrid. I don't get my timing down.
I'm just hoping this one's not going to be all 60 to 80% range hive shot.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good for me since I'm still using the Atlas 5.
Oh, ouch! You're really going to use that for this one?
Oh, it looks like they just backed it up to 12 minutes again. Let me check the stats.
Mike must really love our.
So let's look at. So my hive is actually getting decent. Yeah, with the backspin, I'm going to switch to the hive. That's a good call. Since mine's a little bit higher.
You may already know this. So hive 7 and 8 in values, just obviously way less shot for hive 7.
No, what about that? The 7 and 8 are what?
They have the same win values because they have the same power and accuracy numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how familiar you might be with those.
I'm not at all. I just got the Hive 7, so I haven't even started playing with the numbers and adjustments on it.
Okay. A good baseline for it is about 2.3 times the wind from max distance.
Okay.
So 5 miles per hour. 11, between 11 and 11. So I got up to 6 well before I maxed 5. That was my weapon of choice for a while. That gave me a pretty good model to start building kind of data points for hive once I got how the two clubs are each other distance range, and or at least as far as that this one has. I started guessing. Okay, well this one parameter for the Zeus stick is probably around this weight, and eventually got to calculate almost an exact percentage up to the hive map, which is a few shorter than the Zeus. And
I'm not as good with 5 as Bigfoot, but if you get some good numbers there and force yourself to try it, you can get to where you'll drop close to half your shots with 5. I don't know, closer to maximum.
That's what I've been told. Once it gets higher, that it's easier if you're under 50%. It's pretty much a give me if you're under 25%, and then 80% at like 50%, and further out it's maybe 50%.
Yeah,
So as of right now, I've been avoiding trying to get to a wedge unless I know it's going to be at 25%, just until I start getting down my Bigfoot a little better. I'm still trying to get that minus 30 on a regular tournament and finish a good round without making a mistake. Because almost always, I'll drop 3 or 4 in a row, and then I have pull my finger off the screen or an auto release and gives back one of mine.
those are the worst. That's one of the. Well, I suppose it can just whether you're used to it or not. I had more problems on golf clash playing on a phone just because I wasn't that coordinated and my eyes aren't the best. The tablet has definitely made it easier. I have seen people, oh, well, now I just out of my hand brushed the tablet. Now I contacted the screen in a different spot, and it made me release it a bad time.
Yeah, I have the Samsung S7 Plus, and the screen is extremely sensitive, and you could actually have touch movements without actually touching the screen if you're just close enough for it to think that you're touching it. So what was another thing, the second thing you wanted to discuss while we're on here? Tips? Does anybody in the chat have any questions?
The for 31 kind of fun tips for the drive. Always looking at the entire area. If you have a hole that you already what I would consider stereotypical, what you are like, not just flash stuff that outweigh shot or the short iron shot. If you already know a hole that well for one thing, but like this Dunes course, I'm just screwing around play these ones right now. Trying to get a lead on the fairways mainly. A few things about the and at the same time, love the
Thanks, John. Yeah, we know Jordan's cutting out a little bit. I think it's his mic. Let me turn him up a little louder, but he's cutting out, I think, online. I think your internet connection's causing you to cut out a little bit. All right, can you go ahead and say something? Let me check your volumes.
Test.
Okay. Is that better? Adam wants to know who is Bubba.
I've recently shared some theories on Bubba.
Have you recently shared theories on Bubba? I've seen a lot of chatter on it. I get him in my Royales quite a bit. All right, your audio is much better now. Looks like we
I'm
lost your
trying
screen
to.
though. I'll reconnect your screen.
Yeah, I'll try. I was trying to get to sensitivity. I don't know if that was part of the issue.
Oh, the mic sensitivity. Yeah, that's possible. Discord can be a little bit of a pain. Sometimes it doesn't want to register if you have it set on the auto register, and it cuts out.
All right. Do you have my screen now?
I do have. No, I don't have your screen. Let me go back. You had. There we go. I have your screen. There we go.
Okay, cool.
And your voice sounds a lot better. Much better. So, what were your theories on Bubba?
I'm not. Bubba is one human. I based on any things I've seen that play at least is a bot with intent of motivating other life a premise that Bubba always comes, which is something most better with. But one of the is it's not I won't say it's not possible, but not probable for a human being to be able to keep that schedule because it's almost like there's about a 1 to 2 hour window where he's consistent. He's then almost everywhere except for
You started cutting out after you started talking, and D-Shep Bubba is hacking you now to keep you from talking about him. It is interesting, some of the people saying that, how they've seen him, on every single Royale and the number he plays. And I mean, that's just constant playing.
So the big thing there is I feel like I'm fairly observant, and I'll watch how people.
Now, I've known he's been in some of our live streams before, and like Duff and has said things like, because I'm like, oh no, I got Bubba in my bracket, and he's like, well, it depends on which Bubba you're playing. But it's I mean, the numbers of Royale, so it's possible that it is a bot, I guess. But to have a bot just constantly winning, it seems, a little too much. You still there, Jordan? I got your screen, but I don't have any voice. Discord does not want to play nicely with us today, people. They did just push the clock again. I didn't even notice that. haircut appointment in just a few minutes. I need to get that done too before vacation. Guess we're just keep pushing this VIP Royale back. You know, we're already, what, a half hour late? We understand that, Jordan. We should have been wrapping it up by now. Thanks for subbing, D-Shep. Alright, so it looks like it's just me for the last little remaining bit of this. What do you guys want to talk about? Do you have any questions about how I play? Or how I calculate the rings or anything? Right now on the channel, I've been trying to create a catalog of my drops so that I can hope to have a video of every drop on every pin of every hole in multiple wind angles, so that way when we see it later on, we can kind of see how it rolls. So we got about 2 minutes left. Let's see if I can get the audio for the Royale. So Jordan's trying to get his audio back on to talk. You might be able to just talk through Discord on the phone separately and not worry about the stream. Oh, Jamie, I just read your comment. That's funny. Sorry it ran a little long on us. I'm assuming they're having some kind of difficulties or timing issues. Alright, looks like we're finally going to get going. So let's see how I do. I generally tend to blow these in live streams. You know, as a lot of people say that you try to focus. And I hate this shootout in particular. So, definitely need to pull back. Not a bad second shot. Could be better. Too slow on the pullback there. Shouldn't be trying to quick release in the top 6. Well, that was pretty horrible. So I get for sitting around playing for too long. Alright, let's figure out this giveaway while we see that I lose. It's probably got to be the worst. Yeah, I couldn't get it to hit perfect or anything. That's the worst I've ever done in a Royale. There's 2 rounds? What's up with this? Has there ever been 2 rounds on a VIP Royale? Looks like he's using the new ball. So we have all that weight, and then we also have 2 rounds in a Royale. Interesting. Trying to get back to that. Hopefully I can get one more wedge and fire those off. I didn't get it off. Oh well, looks like I lost another one. That particular hole is probably one of my worst also. So let's see where he fell. Beat 90%. It's interesting. Seems like a quite a low scoring Royale then. Alright, well let's see if we can get this giveaway going. For those of you that haven't entered in yet, type in BB VIP. Yeah, I didn't realize it was 2 rounds either. That was interesting. At least I've not been playing VIPs that long, but none that I've ever played were 2 rounds. Alright, so let's see if Nightbot will do the giveaway now. For joining the, for those of you, we're not going to worry about the, I'm just going to make it everyone. And let's see. Alright. Jeopardy. There we go. Now we got some users. So if you're still in the chat, just type something into the chat and it'll activate in the regular users. Doesn't matter what you type in. Let's get everyone registered. There you go. Alright, so far we have Brandon Tucker, Ford, Jamie, D-Shep, Sandman, and Radu. There's Jeffrey. There's Adam. So Adam, when you gonna do another VIP Royale yourself, so that way you can elevate your percent win? All right, so we got 8 people currently registered. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this first one. There we go. Jeffrey has won it. And I'm going to go ahead and give away another one. And D-Shat. So, Jeffrey and D-Shat, if you guys could send me a message either through Facebook or through my email, I'll get you those codes. I'm going to go ahead and make a note of who it is, just in case. And it'll be for a ball pack. And if they don't get me the ball pack, it'll be a Google Play gift card. So... Thanks, guys, for hanging out through the technical difficulties. We'll try to get a tournament on here and get Jordan on here for a tournament one time. If that sounds good to you, Jordan. One time getting you on for a 9-hole tournament or a maybe an 18-hole. We can discuss strategy and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe we'll get a triple stream on here or something. We'll figure something out. I'll talk to you, Jordan, about figuring something out, doing it again, getting maybe a little better set up with the audio. Keep it to 3 holes. We only want an hour-long stream. My Facebook name is just like my golf clash, or not golf, my Ultimate Golf, Johnny Morehouse. You'll see the picture that you see for my Ultimate Golf icon. And hopefully next time I host, I'll have it operating a little better. So my friend code is 3MG 2V HTM. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. And I look forward to doing you guys again sometimes. Good night, all.